I'll communicate our president, Richie Miranda, who returns to action this Friday at LFA 140. Richie, how are you?
Good, yeah, I'm doing great. Just got done with practice this morning, then went over to boxing. So pretty much just chilling for the day.
Awesome. How was practice?
It was good. Just went a little bit of walkthrough, hit some pads with my coach, and then just worked on some boxing. Pretty much it. Yeah, another
Uh,
day.
yeah, exactly. Another day, man. Well, I mean, you're 4 days out. How you feeling?
I feel good. Weights coming down. I mean, this is what I love to do, so I'm ready to rock. Fly out on Wednesday morning, so get there, cut weight, and then weigh-ins, and then fight day. So good business trip for me.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Before we talk about your fight, man, I wanted to go back to your last fight.
Uh,
April, you fought Devin Dixon. He had a lot of hype behind him, man.
yeah.
It's been 4 months since that fight. How do you feel about that fight?
That was a good fight. I actually I got to show a lot during that fight. I got to show my striking, my ground, and then my top game. So it shows that I'm a well-rounded fighter. And most importantly, that I'm a finisher. That I go out there and I finish fights. Yeah, but yeah, it was
Absolutely.
a test.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. Absolutely. And also for anybody that does not know your story, how did you get into mixed martial arts?
So I grew up wrestling, then wrestled in college, of course. Wrestled at Santa Ana College, All American there twice, and then went on to a University of Nebraska Kearney, so UNK. Then I just got done wrestling, and then just still wanted to keep competing. So yeah, I started training MMA at a local gym called Kearney Combat Sports. So shout out to my first coach out there, Richard Barajas, and then yeah, 4 months later, I had my first amateur fight, and then yeah, kept going, and then moved back to California, and then I've been at CSW under head coach Ben Jones ever since. Hmm.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that. I did want to ask, you had a very good amateur career. You went pro last year. What was the decision to go pro last year?
Well, I was supposed to go pro during COVID year, but
Okay.
of course, since COVID happened, there was really no shows available. So yeah, after my last fight in what was it? It was COVID year because it was 2020. My last amateur fight. Pretty much it was just coaches. It's time to go pro. It's time to get paid. So I was supposed to debut that year in around April for a local show here that I ended up fighting later on last year. But yeah, I mean, it's been good ever since. It's what I love to do, and it's awesome to get paid and to actually do it. Hmm.
Yeah, no. From your amateur to your pro debut, there was a year layoff. I mean, your debut, you knocked the dude out in less than 2 minutes. But like, was there nerves? Was there a little ring rust at all, like going into it?
No, so like during COVID, we really didn't take no time off, so that actually gave us a lot of room to just keep training and keep growing and keep learning, so keep getting those skills up. And then nah, man, I don't really get nervous, like I mean, during wrestling helped a lot with just being in the atmosphere. You're competing all the time in front of people. So yeah, it's just another day for me. I just doesn't matter where I'm at in the car, if I'm a main event, starting off, whatever, it don't matter. It's just once I know I get locked in the cage, it's chopping time, and I know it's time to go.
Awesome. Well, let's talk about it, man. You're fighting Elijah Harris this Friday, man.
Yeah.
What do you think of the matchup?
I think it's a good matchup. I mean, it's another wrestler, kind of just he's kind of well rounded, and then and he does a lot of wrestling from the film I've seen, and throws a right hand. So I'm ready to counter everything, and I know I can take the fight anywhere I want, and I can finish it. I'm gonna finish it. Hmm.
Is your second fight with LFA? Are you excited to be back with them?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm actually in contract with them, so this will be my second fight out of the four. So yeah, it's
Wow.
emotion. I've always wanted to fight for them. Even as an amateur, I was supposed to fight for them as an amateur, but it didn't work out. So After I fought in Cage Warriors, they wanted to sign me, so it was an awesome. It's awesome being with them. I love LFA. Yeah.
Are you trying to hop on an LFA card when they come back to California, or what's up?
Yeah, I mean that was the plan. It was the plan for me to fight here on their July card, but we were pretty stacked, my teammates. So unfortunately, they ended up bumping me up to this North Dakota. So, hey man, where it doesn't matter to me where they send me out. It's a
Yeah,
pleasure out there. Yeah.
awesome, awesome. All right. At the end of the day, this Friday, LFA 140. How do you get your hand raised?
By a finish. I'm been visualizing a first round finish, but I'm a finisher, so either way, second round, third round, don't matter. I'm getting a finish.
You in your 4 fights, you finished all your fights. You have a 100% finish rate. How important to you is that 100% finish rate?
It's good. It's one of the best feelings you can get, honestly, when you finish somebody. So, yeah, it's what I look for. So it's just getting that it boils that blood in me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Awesome, man. Well, just one last thing for me. You got you're gonna have 2 fights after this Friday. You want to get one more this year, or you just gonna kind of just take it one day at a time?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I like to stay pretty busy. I pretty much try to fight every 3 months, whenever the opportunity comes. So, yeah, looking forward to getting another fight by the end of the year.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, Richie, thank you so much for your time, man. I really appreciate it. If you want to plug your social media, plug any sponsors you might have, you want to thank anybody, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you. Yeah, thank you for having me, and appreciate it. Yeah, I just would like to give a shout out to all my sponsors. Scott Johnson with Twin Trade Transportation, Handy Manny with Handy Manny AC, Primo's Auto Repair, and yeah, Tree Cycle, Savage Ruthless, Corey Van Dorn, and then shout out to my team. My team in my gym, the Badger Crew, CSW, and my head coach Ben Jones, my boxing coach Dale, and then my strength coach Coach Mike.